have reached up to the radicals and the moderate groups which were fighting for the freedom of India. And today we will see how Mahatma Gandhi entered the foray and changed the struggle.
Mahatma Gandhi started the non-cooperation movement as he was dissatisfied with the way the British were treating Indians. Prominent leaders such as Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose and Abul Kalam Azad supported him in this movement. Indians did different things to support Gandhi's call for non-cooperation. The masses held peaceful rallies. Important Indian personalities such as Rabindranath Tagore refused to accept titles and honors awarded by the British. Schools, government offices, and services set up by the British were boycotted. British goods were picketed and set on fire. Gandhi encouraged Indians to make their own cloth. This was known as the Swadesi movement. Due to the unfortunate incident at Chauri Chaura, Mahatma Gandhi decided to discontinue the non-cooperation movement as it went against his principles of non-violence. The British wanted to change the way India was governed. For this, in 1928, they formed a committee under Sir John Simon. The committee was called the Simon Commission and had only British members. They refused to include any Indians in the committee. This decision angered the Indians. Demonstrations were held all over the country. Indians boycotted the commission and demanded that Simon go back. In 1929, the Congress held its session in Lahore. This session was headed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. At this session, it was decided to demand Purna Swaraj, or complete independence from the British. The protests against the British grew stronger. In 1930, Mahatma Gandhi launched the civil disobedience movement. Mahatma Gandhi asked Indians to refuse to pay taxes to the British government, especially the unfair tax on salt. Under the Salt Act, Indians were not allowed to make salt from the seawater. Salt making was strictly under the control of the British. Mahatma Gandhi organized the historic Salt Satyagraha movement. Along with 78 followers, he marched 385 kilometers from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi on the seashore. Thousands of people joined them on the way. When they arrived at Dandi, they picked salt from the shore. This action stood for protest against the Salt Act. Many Indians participated in this act of revolt. British officers attacked the people at Dandi in order to stop the movement. Many people were hurt. Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders were arrested. However, the Dandi March was just the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. Led by Mahatma Gandhi, Indians across the country began to openly protest against the British through acts like burning of foreign goods and making and selling of salt.
देखो क्या क्या चीजें हुई. I'll try to tell you in short exactly what the video was saying. The first thing was that they passed Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act में क्या हुआ था that for 2 years आपकी कोई पेशी नहीं होगी, कोई सुनवाई नहीं होगी और आपको सीधे जेल में डाल दिया जा सकता है. Because of the Rowlatt Act, कुछ प्रोटेस्ट हुए and after those protest मार्शल लॉ लग गया. मार्शल लॉ लग गया. उसके बाद जलियांवाला बाग एक जगह है, वहां पर पीपल गैदर्ड फॉर द बैसाखी सेलिब्रेशन अमृतसर में. वहां पर क्योंकि मार्शल लॉ लगा हुआ था तो देयर वाज अ जनरल डायर. उसने उस लॉ का गलत फायदा उठाते हुए ही ऑर्डर्ड ओपन फायर. Innocents, hundreds of innocent people were killed in that open fire, or it is considered one of the very shameful acts that have been committed by the British government in India. Many people were killed, they were innocent. उसके बाद जो है लोगों के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा इसी ऑपरेशन की फीलिंग आई. महात्मा गांधी स्टार्टेड इमर्जिंग एज द लीडर एट द सेम टाइम. उस टाइम पर महात्मा गांधी ने एक लॉन्च किया मूवमेंट दैट वाज नॉन कॉपरेशन. नॉन कॉपरेशन मतलब कि हम कॉपरेट नहीं करेंगे. किसे कॉपरेट नहीं करेंगे? गवर्नमेंट को कॉपरेट नहीं करेंगे. उन लोगों ने स्कूल छोड़ दिए और जो है अपने टाइटल्स वापस कर दिए. तो ये नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट था. उसकी स्पिरिट ये थी दैट वी विल स्टॉप कॉपरेटिंग विद द गवर्नमेंट सो दैट दे विल लिसन टू आवर डिमांड्स. बट द इवेंट टर्न वायलेंट. चौरी चौरा में वायलेंस हो गया, बहुत सारे लोगों की डेथ हो गई. तो गांधी जी कॉल्ड ऑफ दैट मूवमेंट. नाउ आफ्टर सम टाइम some events happened which have not been mentioned in the book, so I will not cover them more thoroughly. But the main event that happened after that was the civil disobedience movement. The difference between civil disobedience and non-cooperation was कि civil disobedience मतलब disobedient काम करना, disobedient मतलब कि जो लॉ है उसे जानबूझ के फॉलो नहीं करना, नॉन कॉपरेशन मतलब कि आपने कॉपरेट करने से मना कर दिया, डिसोबीडियंट मतलब कि आपके सामने एक लॉ है बट आप जानबूझ के उसे फॉलो नहीं करना चूज कर रहे हैं। वो लॉ था सॉल्ट लॉ, इंडियंस वर नॉट अलाउड टू मेक देयर ओन सॉल्ट। तो गांधी जी ने क्या किया, डांडी से चले अपने साथ कुछ फॉलोअर्स लेके धीरे धीरे, सॉरी साबरमती से चले वहां से डांडी की तरफ और कुछ फॉलोअर्स को लेकर गए, फॉलोअर्स उनके बढ़ते चले गए और वहां पे सेरेमनी के साथ मतलब सबको दिखा के उन्होंने सॉल्ट लॉ ब्रेक किया। उससे लोगों के अंदर हिम्मत आई और उन्होंने भी सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट को सपोर्ट किया। अभी तक हम लोगों ने इतना ही देखा है, इसके आगे हम देखते हैं व्हाट हैपेंड।
In the year 1919, the British government passed an act meant to put an end to anti-government activities of Indians. This act was known as the Rowlatt Act. It gave the British the power to arrest any Indian without a trial. Mahatma Gandhi called for an all-India strike to protest against this act. In the course of the strike, two national leaders, Dr. Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal, were arrested in the Punjab province. On hearing this, the people in Punjab turned violent. To control the situation, the British government sent a man named General Dyer. He issued an order that there should be no more public meetings or gatherings. Unaware of this order, a large number of people gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar on the day of Baisakhi. General Dyer, furious that his orders were disobeyed, marched towards the Bagh. He and his soldiers blocked the only exit point of the Bagh. General Dyer then ordered his soldiers to open fire at the unarmed people. Fire! The shooting continued for 10 minutes until soldiers ran out of bullets. Nearly 400 men, women, and innocent children were killed and over thousands injured. Shocked by this act, Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch the non-cooperation movement. Quit India movement was launched under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi in order to demand complete independence from British rule. Let us understand the circumstances that led to the movement. Between 1936 and 1939, the Indian National Congress emerged as powerful, independent political body. Though divided into two ideological groups, the conservative and the radical, the entire body worked towards the common goal of progress for the country. In 1939, when the Second World War broke out, the British government of India joined the war without consulting the Indian representatives. In response, the Congress leaders demanded that India should first be declared free from the British rule before it could help other nations fight for freedom. British Viceroy Lord Linlithgow failed to give any such assurance and only declared Dominion status as the goal of British policy in India. The British also took advantage of differences between the Congress and the religious minorities and the princes and created rifts between them. This led to the resignation of several Congress leaders in November 1939. In 1940, the All India Muslim League demanded the division of India and creation of an independent state called Pakistan. The worsening Second World War and the change of government in Britain in 1940 made it necessary for the British government to pacify the Congress. In August 1940, Lord Linlithgow made a new offer that came to be known as the August Offer. The main terms of the offer were that the British would set up a representative body to frame the Constitution of India, safeguard the interests of minorities in case of constitutional changes, include Indian leaders on the Executive Council of the Viceroy, include British and Indian representatives in the War Advisory Council. However, the proposal was rejected by the Congress as it did not offer any time limit for the formation of the constitution framing body, and by the Muslim League because it did not give any assurance of a separate state, that is, Pakistan. By 1942, the war situation had worsened. Japan, who was fighting opposite Britain in the war, had attacked Burma and was marching towards Assam. It now became urgent for the British to solve the political crisis in India. In March 1942, the British government sent Sir Stafford Cripps, a member of the War Cabinet, to talk with the Indian political leaders and secure their support in Britain's war efforts. The main terms of his proposal were Dominion status would be given to India after the war. a constituent assembly consisting of members of lower houses of the Indian legislature would be established to draft a new constitution of India. The provinces would be free to either join the Indian Union or formulate their own constitutions. The interests of racial and religious minorities would be protected. The Viceroy of India would retain power during the war and would be responsible for the defense of the country. However, Cripps' proposal was rejected by Indians mainly because the British did not seem to be prepared for any effective transfer of power to the Indians. While Cripps' mission failed to initiate talks between India and the British, Mahatma Gandhi felt it was urgent that the British leave India in order to avoid Japanese attack on the country. At Wardha in July 1942, the Congress Working Committee adopted the Quit India Resolution that demanded immediate end of British rule in India. The British responded with the arrest of Gandhi and other important nationalist leaders. The news of the arrests enraged the nation, and people from all walks of life revolted with hartals, demonstrations and processions. The government reacted with brutal lathi charges and arrests that further infuriated the people. They reacted violently by destroying police stations, post offices and other government buildings. The Quit India movement decisively established the British as outsiders and sparked a blazing nationalist spirit in people all over the country.
Yes. Any questions in this particular videos? हम लोग इसके बारे में बात कर चुके हैं, कुछ बहुत ज्यादा स्पेशल नहीं है क्योंकि पूरा जो फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल है उसकी एक प्रोग्रेशन थी. प्रोग्रेशन हमें देखना है, बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में हमें नहीं जाना है. इट माइट टर्न आउट टू बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द नेशनल स्ट्रगल फॉर इंडिपेंडेंस टुक प्लेस. एक उसका वेग आइडिया हम ले रहे हैं यहाँ पे. And so we are done with Quit India movement as well. Quit India movement तक आते आते हम लोग थक चुके थे. We just wanted independence somehow, anyhow. Do or die, करो या मरो का जो नारा मिला था वो इसी टाइम पर मिला था कि अगर अब हम लोगों को आजादी नहीं मिली तो हमें कभी आजादी नहीं मिलेगी.
While the country was moving towards bringing the British Raj to its knees, other developments were also taking place. The Muslim League had started looking at Muslims as a separate nation, mainly because of the history of tension between the Hindus and the Muslims in the 1920s and 1930s. The provincial elections of 1937 led the League to believe that Muslims were a minority and would not be represented if India became a free and a democratic country. The League was annoyed with the Congress because the latter refused to form a joint Congress League in the United Provinces in 1937. Thus, the Muslim League tried to win over the Muslim masses in the early 1940s. During this time, most of the Indian Congress leaders were in jail. In the provincial election of 1946, the Congress did well in the general provinces, but the Muslim League did exceptionally well in the provinces where seats were reserved for Muslims. This made the League persist with the demand for a separate state. The British government sent a 3-member mission to Delhi to evaluate the situation, which suggested that India should remain united, with autonomy given to Muslim majority areas. The suggestion was refused by both the Indian National Congress and the Muslim League, making partition inevitable. After the failure of the cabinet mission, the Muslim League started a mass agitation and declared 16th August 1946 as Direct Action Day as a demand for Pakistan. Riots broke out in Calcutta, which went on for days and left thousands dead. By March 1947, the violence spread across northern India and took a brutal turn. They left 100,000 people dead. Women faced atrocities and millions of people were forced to leave their homes and became refugees in other countries. Amidst the grief, India got its independence and a new nation, Pakistan, was born. Some of the leaders who played a prominent role in India's struggle for freedom were Maulana Azad was an active participant in the Gandhian movements. C. Rajagopalachari served as a member of the interim government of 1946 and became India's first Indian Governor General. Sardar Patel played an important role in the negotiations for independence during 1945 to 1947 and integration of states. Abdul Ghaffar Khan was the founder of the Khudai Khidmatgars, a powerful non-violent movement among the Pathans of his province. What
So about the partition of India, the partition of India happened because the Muslim League, the Britishers and the Indian National Congress, they could not come to a conclusion how to divide and share power between people. इसकी बहुत लंबी कहानी है, we don't need to get into much depth of that. The basic idea was that the country had to be divided on the insistence of the Muslim League, that if Muslim dominated areas are not given proper power, Muslims will never prosper. That was their logic behind that. In short, there were a lot of other things, but India was partitioned and there were princely states. There were three options for every place: become a part of India, become a part of Pakistan, or remain independent as a princely state. But Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who's also known as the Iron Man of India, he undertook this project and basically convinced all the princely states to join India. जो इंडिया के टेरिटरी के अंदर सारे स्टेट्स थे उन्होंने इंडिया में ज्वाइन करवाया, एंड दैट इज हाउ ही क्रिएटेड अ कंप्लीट नेशन दैट इज नाउ नोन एज इंडिया. तो दैट विल बी ऑल. हम लोगों का सिलेबस यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाता है. नाउ दैट द सिलेबस इज ओवर, इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम you need to ask. If there is not, I will continue with the leftover portion of the syllabus. Yes, Pranjal, पूछिए. Yes, Pranjal, पूछो. ओ हो, ऑल राइट. क्या करूं मैं, इतने सारे कहाँ से लाए हो ये इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस? बेटा ये तो सारे बुक के पीछे के क्वेश्चन है, अब इसका मैं आंसर क्या बताऊं? क्यों?
मैम बुक के पीछे के नहीं है मैम.
तो तेरे को इसमें दिक्कत क्या है, मुझे ये बता. इसके तो बड़े बड़े आंसर है, इनको बुक में ढूंढो ना. और ये तो मुझे ऐसे लग रहे हैं ये जो पिछले साल मैंने एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस कराए थे ये मुझे वही दिख रहे हैं. क्यों?
एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन
लैंग्वेज तो वही लग रही है मुझे.
मैम फेयर ट्रायल के बारे में हमने क्लास में भी पढ़ा था.
ये बेटा एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस हैं जो मैंने लास्ट ईयर कराए थे, ये मुझे दिख रहे हैं. ये वही क्वेश्चंस है क्योंकि मुझे देख के याद आ रहा है. कहाँ से लाए हो ये क्वेश्चंस? अरे बताओ तो सही, क्वेश्चंस कहाँ से लाए हो? कहीं से तो लाए हो. खुद लिखे. एक एक लगाओगे खींच के, खुद लिखे. ये एग्जैक्टली वही क्वेश्चंस है, लैंग्वेज भी वही है जो मैं यूज करती हूँ. तुझे बेसिकली चाहिए क्या बेटा? ये सारे आंसर्स बुक में हैं, ठीक है. तुम्हें अगर इसमें कोई आंसर का पॉइंट समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो तुम मुझसे पूछो. अब मैं तुम्हें फिर से पूरा कोर्स तो पढ़ाऊंगी नहीं. सोशल मार्जिनलाइजेशन, इकोनॉमिक मार्जिनलाइजेशन, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सोसाइटी जो मार्जिनलाइजेशन होता है, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इकोनॉमी जो मार्जिनलाइजेशन होता है. रोल ऑफ पार्लियामेंट के 3-4 पॉइंट है अलग से दिए हुए हैं. सेपरेट स्टेट फ्रॉम रिलीजन, इसके भी पॉइंट्स बुक में दिए हुए हैं. आदिवासी क्यों कन्वर्ट हुए, ये भी बुक के, ये सब चीजें बुक में दी हुई हैं बेटा. तुम मुझसे पूरा पूरा चैप्टर फिर से पढ़वाओगे क्या? डिफरेंस बिटवीन क्रिमिनल लॉ एंड सिविल लॉ एक अलग से बॉक्स बना हुआ है. लिटरेसी रेट ऑफ मुस्लिम लोग क्यों है वो भी दिया हुआ है. मुस्लिम मार्जिनलाइज्ड क्यों है वो भी वहां पे दिया हुआ है. ये सारे पॉइंट्स बुक में दिए हुए हैं. इसमें मैं क्या पढ़ाऊं तुम्हें? और तुम्हें ये सब पढ़ाया नहीं है क्या? रोल ऑफ जुडिशरी क्या है, क्रिमिनल जस्टिस सिस्टम कैसे काम करता है, फेयर ट्रायल की डेफिनेशन दी हुई है. आदिवासी क्यों मार्जिनलाइज, के 3-4 पॉइंट हैं. ट्रेड के लिए आए, हाउ डिड दे कॉन्कर टेरिटरी, ये भी बुक्स में चैप्टर में दिया हुआ है, सेकेंड चैप्टर में. टीपू सुल्तान नोन एज द टाइगर ऑफ मैसूर, significance of Birsa Munda, main reason of 1857 revolt, important changes, iron steel factories came into India. ये सब एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस लास्ट ईयर के दिख रहे हैं मुझे. इसमें डाउट क्या है मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा. डाउट तो वो होगा कि कोई चीज अगर पढ़ाने से रह गई, कोई पॉइंट रह गया, वो पूछो, वो मैं तुम्हें बता सकती हूँ. 5-5 पॉइंट के आंसर फिर से थोड़ी पढ़ाऊंगी. प्रांजल मेरी बात सुन रहे हो? रिस्पॉन्ड। प्रांजल, कैन यू हियर मी? एम आई ऑडिबल?
यस मैम।
हाँ तो कुछ तो जवाब दो मुझे। इसके आंसर्स ढूंढो। अगर तुम्हें ऐसा लग रहा है कि तुम्हें उसका आंसर नहीं मिल रहा तो हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है? हाँ ना, कुछ जवाब दो, मुझे मीटिंग में जाना है। ये सारे जहां से निकाले हैं उसी चैप्टर में इसके आंसर को ढूंढने की कोशिश करो। अगर तुम गलत बताते हो मैं तुम्हें करेक्ट बताऊंगी, ठीक है? So that will be all for today. Thank you and Saira.
Thank you, ma'am. Saira, ma'am.
Sairam ma'am, thank you ma'am.
Saira, ma'am.